Welcome to the He's Got Issues DC Comics edition number 171.2. I'm John Cooney here to preview new DC Comics being released April 29, 2015, beginning alphabetically with Batman number 40. The finale of Endgame is here. Batman risks everything against the Joker, who will laugh last. Next we have Convergence number 4 of 8. Inside's guitarist, the heroes of Earth 2 must face the only man who can stop them from finding the missing time travelers. But why would Travis Morgan, aka the Warlord, want to kill them? Meanwhile, Telos takes the captive Dick Grayson to several of the battling cities to prove the futility of challenging him. And whatever you do not miss the final page, as the surprising return of an unexpected villain could crush all hope for salvation and seal the doom of everyone on the planet. Next we have Convergence Action Comics number 1 of 2, starring heroes from Crisis on Infinite Earths. Superman teams up with Power Girl, but can they stop a nuclear strike by Lex Luthor and Stalin of Red Sun Moscow? Alright, this week all of the Convergence tie-in solicits say starring heroes from Crisis on Infinite Earths. Next we have Convergence Blue Beetle number 1 of 2. Hub City is on the brink of collapse and anarchy, but its heroes, Blue Beetle, Captain Atom, and The Question, find inspiration and strength from a most unlikely source. We've also got Convergence Booster Gold number 1 of 2. Trapped with Rip Hunter and other time travelers, Booster Gold and his future self must work together to get out of prison and off the planet. Next we have Convergence Crime Syndicate number 1 of 2. The Crime Syndicate's absolute control over their city of a bygone era comes crashing down when Superwoman is on death row while the rest of the team fights the 1 million universes Batman and Superman. We've also got Convergence Detective Comics number 1 of 2. Helena Wayne and Dick Grayson fight side by side in memory of Bruce Wayne as they decide who will become the next Batman. Next we have Convergence Infinity Inc. number 1 of 2. The young heroes of Infinity Inc. must choose between the path set for them by their parents or the one they've set for themselves as they face post-apocalyptic Jonah Hex. We've also got Convergence Justice Society of America number 1 of 2. Older and in full retirement under the dome, members of the Justice Society get the chance to regain their youth and stave off forces from the Quad universe, but the promise of youth comes with a deadly price. Next we have Convergence Plastic Man and the Freedom Fighters number 1 of 2. You have to see this story to believe it. Plastic Man and the Freedom Fighters are on the gallows in a New York City taken over by Nazis when robot superheroes attack from Future's End and enemies become allies. We've also got Convergence Shazam number 1 of 2. It's Shazam versus Steampunk as the world of Gotham by Gaslight takes on the Captain Marvel family and friends. Next we have Convergence World's Finest Comics number 1 of 2. Read the most unusual tale in all of Convergence. The 7 soldiers of victory regroup to defend their city against the Quad invasion while cartoonist Scribbly Gibbet transcribes their adventures. We've also got He-Man The Eternity War number 5. Skeletor has returned. After his dramatic appearance last issue, the question remains, will he fight alongside He-Man and She-Ra or against them? Next we have Injustice Gods Among Us Year 3 Annual number 1. The Year of Magic is over and the stalemate between Superman's regime and Batman's resistance continues, but some mysteries remain to be explained, like the true start of John Constantine's involvement. What secret role did Dr. Occult play, and what have the Titans been up to all this time? We've also got Justice League number 40, the prologue to this summer's upcoming Justice League event, the Darkseid War. It's been building since Justice League number 1. Now Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and the rest of the DC Universe will come face to face with the 2 most powerful and dangerous entities in existence when both come for Earth. But why? To what lengths will the League have to go to survive? And what secrets about the League will be revealed? Next we have Multiversity number 2. Every event in the history of the DC Universe has been leading to this. The final chapter of the greatest adventure of all time is here. Issue number 1, artist Ivan Rice reteams with mastermind Grant Morrison to end the Multiversity and bring together the greatest and bravest heroes of the DC multiverse to fight one last battle. But more than just some cabal of supervillains, they face the greatest evil that ever existed, an evil so massive they actually may not stand a chance. Who are the Mystic Justice League of Earth 13, and what role does their leader, Super Demon, play in the crisis rising all around them? What shocking secret motivates the dark nightmare henchman known as the Gentry? And what is the final fate of Nyx Wotan, the super god? You cannot miss this final stunning chapter of Grant Morrison's ultimate superhero epic. We've also got Superman number 40. The spotlight shines on John Romita Jr. as he goes solo to tell the story of the testing of Superman's new power against the Justice League, but the appearance of an unexpected enemy could end the Man of Steel's life. And we've got Vertigo Quarterly SFX number 1. Pop, slam, crack, bang. Sound effects bring the extra bit of vibrancy to an already exciting comics page. Following the success of Vertigo's CMYK Quarterly Anthology, which explored the 4 colors that make up a comic book, we continue to push the boundaries of short storytelling with 2015's SFX Quarterly Anthology. Comics luminaries will converge with the next generation of talent as they interpret 4 different sound effects, leading to mind-bending innovations in story and art. Out in trades this week, we've got Batman Volume 5 0-Year Dark City trade paperback. Before the Batcave and Robin, the Joker and the Batmobile, there was 0 Year. The Riddler has plunged Gotham City into darkness. How will a young Dark Knight bring his beloved hometown from the brink of chaos and madness back into the light? Collects Batman number 25 through 27 and 29 through 33. Next, we have Batman Volume 6, the Graveyard Shift hardcover. In these tales from Batman number 0, 18 through 20, 28, 34, and Batman Annual number 2, look back to the early days of the Dark Knight, then see the impact of the wake of the death of his son Damian. Plus, has Batman's worst foe become Bruce Wayne? This title also includes 3 pivotal chapters from the epic 0-Year storyline and a chapter that ties into Batman Eternal. We've also got Fables Volume 21, Happily Ever After trade paperback. In this penultimate volume of Bill Willingham's Fables, the residents of Fabletown look to live happily ever after, but there is a steep price to pay for happiness as Rose Red clashes with Snow White. Collects issues number 141 to 149. Next, we have Gotham City Sirens Volume 2 trade paperback. Catwoman deals with the aftermath of battling her sister, setting her against Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Then the Joker is back in Arkham Asylum, so Harley Quinn breaks back in with him. But will she stand by him or destroy him? Either way, Poison Ivy and Catwoman must put aside their differences to help their wayward friend. Collects issues number 14 through 26. And we've got Green Arrow Volume 6 Broken trade paperback. In this final Green Arrow volume written by acclaimed writer Jeff Lemire, Seattle is under siege and Diggle's in the grip of crime lord Richard Dragon and his longbow hunters. Collects Green Arrow number 32 through 34, Green Arrow Future's End number 1, and a story from Secret Origins number 4. Okay, so that's it for DC this week, but of course there's still plenty of other books out this week too, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the Marvel and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.